Hello, hello, my beautiful people. It is Marbird, and I am back at you with a collective reading because I do not have the wherewithal, the stamina, the bandwidth for pick-a-cards. If you've been with me for a while or if you're new to the channel, hello, all of my beautiful new subscribers. So glad to have you. I generally don't do readings during eclipses. Retrogrades, Mercury retrogrades, depending on where it affects me in the chart. Definitely not during a Venus retrograde. And if it's just retrograde season, it just depends, right? It really depends when I have the energy to do it. But we're coming out of a like full shadow, all of these things. Saturn's about to go station direct. Depending if you're tropical or sidereal. That being said, there's a lot of energies being lifted, but we are smack in the middle. So this is not a timeless reading. It's timeless in the sense that if you come across this reading, I am in eclipse season, okay? So I am between two major eclipses, a solar and a lunar. Regardless of whether they're full, whatever it is eclipse season. It's put your helmet on time. And that's where we're at. So if you're seeing this during mid-eclipse, first of all, that's why I'm not doing a pick-a-card, because things turn on their head. With just 7 days ago, when we had the Ring of Fire eclipse, what happened last weekend? Just let me know, right? Because you're either, and you can know which side of karma you're on, like either, and here's the thing is some people are like, well, I lost my job, but did you hate your job? Was that a good thing? Or was it, I lost my lover and it's because I'm a terrible person and you know what I mean? Like, so it really depends on what side of karma, like, let's just say though, either way, things happen very quickly and very intensely, and they're like a bang on the head, like what's not working in your life, just like retrogrades. But this is more of a very like smack in the head. Like if you have some things going on, some towers coming down in your life, towers can either clear, towers are also epiphanies, right? So you might have learned the truth because we did work with a solar eclipse, which talks about the light, which talks about the sun. It means something was illuminated, right? When we're going through a lunar eclipse, which we are about to do when the veil is very, very thin, I think this is first of all, a really great time, as I get a poke in my foot, a really good time to release some like shame, some things that maybe you have never really dealt with. Like this would be the eclipse, like a partial lunar blood, like when the veil is at its thinnest, right around Samhain, which we're going to be getting into all that good stuff. But definitely just known that's, the pagan holiday for what Halloween is, but it really is. And for all of my intuitives and for all of my healers and for all of my light workers, for everybody, my mediums, my psychics, everybody, y'all know that there is an uptick. I keep using the word uptick. I don't know if I've ever used the word uptick in my life, but there is an uptick in the communication, in the supernatural. There's just, for me, like my mediumship is kind of going through the roof, and it's something that I'm having to take day by day because it's not something I've been super comfortable with. But there's all sorts of, we're running the gamut. But right now, you are not incorrect. If you feel like you got eyes on you, because first of all, okay, so now this is not a high priestess reading. I hope I know they are, but this is not specifically to high priestesses. This is to people that like 7 days ago, like last weekend, some shit went down and it's like you're still in the middle of it, right? We're not going to tap into that energy because thank goodness we have free will. What we are going to tap into, though, is that if you're in the right, and I'm not saying it takes two to tango, it's the job of this, that, and the other, but if you are on the right side of karma, if you've been, walking in self-integrity and doing the right thing when no one's looking, right? You might not have anybody that can vouch for you that you've been doing the right thing, or at least doing it. Or here's the thing, it's also matching other people's energy. I used to be like this pious, I used to be like just a hot mess. And then I became this pious nun, and now it's finding something in the middle. That's called integration, right? So no, I'm not perfect. And I have to really, I just like staying ahead of karma, because my karma, because of what I do and because I'm out here, like channeling messages for the collective, like I have a lot more responsibility and have to be a lot more, you know, I'm on a public platform. I can, you know, I have to be really, really careful with with my diet, with what I put into my body, what I put into my mind, with who I interact with. I mean, this is a whole, so people are like, oh, high priestess, this, that, and the other. You do not become a high priestess. You don't have high priestess status unless you've been through all of the queens and the empress energy, and maybe all of them in reverse, right? It is an earned, it is a badge that is earned, and a lot of people cannot walk this walk. Okay, so I'm not trying to be all cool and this, that, and the other, but there's definitely people that feel like, oh, it's just like, oh, high priestess. No, it is not something to be super proud of, but it is something that is absolutely earned. Because if you have a high priestess, or you feel that you are a high priestess, or you're coming into your high priestess, you might be going through your dark night of the soul, and you're starting to have to tap into your dark feminine or dark masculine. I can't stand that, you know, everything is like this. It's kind of like politics, right? It's like the right or the left, and it's this feminine, masculine, but it really is a thing, and it's energy. It has nothing to do with the plumbing. So I just feel like I am talking to a collective here. It's like the people, I was so hungry for this knowledge, and it's like, there's gotta be something here, right? If you're drawn into this community, if you keep watching me and you don't know why, and you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's okay. I am here for it, and I'm here for you. Because I had readers and mentors that helped me go through this, and it's like, yeah, you are the black sheep of your family. Yeah, there's a reason why you don't feel comfortable around the people. Yeah, there's a reason why you're in a room full of people, and you know when people can't stand you, but you can't, there's no evidence, and you can't put your finger on it. Like, you are special, and you are a unicorn, and it's okay to say it, and it's okay to feel it. And like, right, we take the you have to come into this with humility. Like, I have to come into readings. Like, I just had like just my client, and she's like, I know that you're very, what's the word? I don't have a lot of people in my life. So the people that are in my life and that like show up, not just like smile to my face and talk shit behind my back, but actually show up, like they are under my protection, right? And I'm very protected. So they are under, there's an umbrella over the umbrella, right? Like, I am a ride or die. I don't have a lot of people, but like the people that I know that I can trust that show up every day and like aren't hiding, like envy, whatever, like literally want to, like Six of Pentacles, like see my value and see what I can bring and see and want to provide that back, like real ass people, right? If and I just gotta put, if you have been eliminated from my life very quickly and very suddenly, it's because I know what you did last summer, okay? So you can go around and tell everybody, like, oh my gosh, and they're so fake, and how did I not know, and they're this, that, and the other. But what you're not doing is telling the other side of the story. And it's unfortunate, right? Right? Because here's the thing is, you can't be friends or date or be around a psychic and not get called out. I'm not the easiest person to be friends with. I'm not the easiest person to date. I'm not the easiest person. Just like, and that's why I won't cohabitate with anybody anymore. Why? Because I take my lights down at 8:30. I don't have my phone on. People can't see anything on my phone. Why? Because I keep the screens down. I keep my noise level down. I am like I manage because I don't want to take a bunch of medication. I don't want to, like, I live on round time. If I wake up at 1:30 in the morning, I'm working, because that's when my body decided to come up. Instead of taking all these sleeping pills, trying to sleep on a schedule that other people are keeping, I work for myself. I can set my own hours. Like, there's this freedom, but like, it took a while, and people are like, oh, you get to do what you want. But you know what? I lived on regular people's time because I thought that's just something that I learned. I feel like I have not even pulled a card. But you know what? These cards fell underneath, and like, these are just regular playing cards, right? This is like, people want to take, I cannot find my microphones. I am running this Airbnb, and like, I'm moving between rooms because I'm trying to keep myself booked. But like, all of a sudden, I can't find my microphones. I can't find my other equipment because I have hid it from myself somewhere because I was trying to make, and that's where I fell. All of a sudden, I saw this card underneath the card, underneath the table. Yeah, as I like burp up like negative energies here. There are people literally in this cycle from this last eclipse, whatever happened this last eclipse, if it happened between you and a person or a job or an entity like a church group or something along those lines, there was take that as confirmation, there was a wedge. And these people do not want you to go, and they are plotting and scheming how to keep you, because here's the thing is, I got an Ace of Wands in reverse. Like, you have decided you don't want to move forward. Why? Because you know the truth. With the Ace of Swords, these are literally the cards that were stuck out of my cartomancy deck, which I've got 2 regular decks of cards, and I can't even find the whole damn thing. But these are the cards that decided to fly out of my deck of decks, like my oracle cards and everything like that, that I don't even keep them in unless I'm just, for these cards to be under the table and for me to get this message that it's literally people are trying to keep you in a holding pattern. And I just want to let you know that if there is something that you're trying to do, if there is something you are trying to accomplish, if there is a place that you're trying to leave or someone you're trying to get, whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you're still with me right now, this is like prime time manifestation mode. What your thoughts become things, your actions become things. Where your energy goes is where the energy is going to flow. And right now, this is like the most potent. Let's repeat that word. Potent manifestation mode. Like, what you think and what you believe is about to freaking happen. It's going to happen quick. Okay, so you really, really need to police your own energy and your own thoughts. And if someone gets you up in a tizzy, because this is a tizzy energy, this is people trying to get you wrapped up in their emotions and what their projections are of what you should do with your life and all this other stuff. Do you see there's so many, this child, I have been living in this duplex, right? And next to this child, that has been a lovely child, that is a toddler, yes, the baby cries. It has been all morning with the parents doing the song and dance. Like, I can't get mad at them, right? It's like colicky child, and what I'm saying, people are trying to light fires around you to get your attention, to get you focused on something else, because they know that you're about to take the next step, right? 2 of Wands. In like, you're on the fence, and these people want to pull you back in. So they might be doing either being extra nice or really rude, or like taking their energy away. Right? Like, we've got those covert narcissists that are like, let me just pull my energy back and see if they come running towards me. And you're like, oh, hell no. Like, don't be dad, right? I'm like, I know that energy from a mile away. You can go on down the road. Yeah, I definitely feel that I've got people, you've got people coming at you left and right. I'm getting the fire ant energy now from that one card. It's like, yeah, it's, you know why? Because Saturn is about to go station retrograde. So you are going through the gamut. It's like American Ninja Warrior. You are being put, and the universe is like, oh yeah? Well, what about this gorgeous woman or whatever? Is she going to tempt you? Or what about this hot guy? Or what about this person throwing money at you? Or what are you going to? It's like Jesus at like his 40 nights, right? Like in the desert, like being tempted by like food, like, you know, like it's really that energy right now. So if you feel like things are coming and you're just like, what? Absolutely, you are in the right energy. Is this a full like reading channel? Like, I am going to pull an energy. Where are we? 13 minutes? Here we go. Let's pull a card. Yeah, that's not, I'm like, that's too, the universe is like, this just too big of an energy right here. People feel that they cannot hitch themselves to you. Water. Yeah, emotion. People are using emotional manipulation to try and keep you, right? Because of the tree of life. This is like the tree, like they don't want you to unwrap yourself. They are used to being enmeshed with you, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a workplace, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a parent, right? They want you to be enmeshed. Right? They don't want to like give to you or be like awesome to you, but they want to keep you there, and they're doing it with their emotions. These are emotionally manipulative people, and it's like the universe has just showed you, again, if you're not resonating with this, you wouldn't be this far, because something just happened, right? In the past 7 days, something just happened that showed you who this person is, and the universe is like, are you going to accept it? Right? Do you believe, are you going to get the memo? Will you accept the assignment? That's where we're at. I'm like, this is like period, point blank. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to break this deck, tarot right here. Yeah, 9 of Wands. You don't even have to be vulnerable. Your vulnerability is your strength. You can just say, this is the way I feel. And underbelly Showing your underbelly is like now you're not going to let anybody stab you, right? Like here, this is how you navigate this. You frickin' tell the truth. And when you step into the truth, it hurts other people. The reason why you're in this situation is because you haven't been truthful with others and you haven't been truthful with yourself. So when you do it and you say, all right, like, but there is no evisceration because I'm telling the truth. You can't hurt me with because people will hang it over your heads like, well, you just want me to be here. You just want me out of your hair. This, like, guilt. Once you just let it all hang out, then there's no more hiding, and that's a lot of energy to frickin' hide. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm no longer hiding who I am, and I don't think that you should. And like, we are in this together. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you, collective. Like I said, if you're with me, you're with me. It wasn't a lot of cards. It's kind of like the story of my life right now. You can't see it, but the information is there. All right. We'll see you on the flip. Bye.